can't remember what I played that game, but game 2 we were playing Ashe, Seraphine, and we were like down 4k gold at like 10 minutes, I think. That was the game where you called Plab an idiot.
No, it was not. It was not that player.
Hello and welcome to Pros. This week we are joined by Team Liquid Alienware's Azael, Zven from Cloud9, and Inspired from Lyon, coming right off of your series. You guys just swept C9. Was that kind of to your expectation? Were you surprised by how it went, Inspired?
No, I think it would be weird if it was my expectation, honestly. I thought it's going to be close series, and I thought it's 50-50 who takes it.
I thought the same.
Yeah. I felt like...
Everyone says different when you say it.
Even how game 1 was going. Like we
Game 1 was really close.
We got a big lead, then they kind of came back, and I was like, okay, it's going to be a very close game. We managed to win that, and yeah, I think after that maybe we had like a bit of a mental advantage because we won a really close game.
Yeah.
Not sure, but yeah. Before the series, I was like, it's 50-50 who wins, but we won, so nice.
Yeah, game 1 seemed quite close. Game 2, game 3 felt a lot more one-sided. Did it feel like once you were in game, you were saying maybe we had a mental advantage because you won the first game. Did it feel like in game 2, game 3 that it was pretty comfortable for you guys?
I mean, honestly, it wasn't too comfortable. I felt like there were fights that got us ahead in the game where we were kind of losing, and then C9 just went too deep, and then we like got a big win. Like they got a small win during the fight, and then they went too hard, and we got a big win.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it's like the same thought.
It didn't really feel
like
it didn't really feel like we were like hard winning. We went to the fight that is supposed to be even. We started losing a little bit during the fight, and we were about to like call off the fight, and then Sinan just makes the crucial mistakes and then somehow win the losing situation.
Yeah. I think we had the same thought when we were talking about the game backstage for like we had like a little bit of time before this, and we were like talking like so many fights, like one where Jace dies to Malphite ult.
Yeah,
we can kill Jace, take Drake, and peace,
and then just leave.
And then we walk in and we get like MF ulted like 5 people or something, 4 people, and we just lose the whole fight. And now mid tower is gone, and the whole game is like really hard. This kind of shit happened a lot this series, in a lot of different situations and scenarios where we overreach when we already got what we came for, plus something else maybe like 1 kill or something. And that was like a big problem we had this whole series, mostly in game 2 and 3, I think. Game 1 was kind of close.
Yeah,
game 1 was quite close.
Game 2 and 3, I feel like we just had so much of that, like where we overreach, trying to get more than we already got, when what we got was already good enough, you know.
How much do you think that is, like, obviously you're saying expectation for both you guys was kind of 50-50. All the pros I was talking to was saying, you know, it was like basically a top 4 with Flyquest as well, you know, anyone can win, you know, it depends on the day, this sort of thing. But for Cloud9, you know, you guys have won every single series all through lock-in until best of 5 against Lion, which you lost. Then you again, all split long, win every single series, then best of 5 against Lion, which you lose again. So how much do you think it is just like, oh, it wasn't our day, versus how much do you think the pressure of playing an important match like this against Lion, it's international qualification both times, do you think that is playing into it too?
No, because I think when we beat Lion, I always think that they just were inting. Like this split, I don't know if you remember the games we played.
Yeah,
but the first game, we got mega stomped. Like this Kale and Nico game, we couldn't do anything the whole game. We got completely stomped. And then in game 2, we were also losing the early game.
Yeah,
and
and
like you guys, your bond just like lost composure and like all in. 6 ulted them, we got double kill, and now we win the game off of this play, kind of, right?
While the jungler was like camping top.
Yeah.
Top 1 and bot 1.
Exactly, yeah. And then in game 3, I don't remember what we played.
Game 3.
But I remember walking on the series thinking, even though we won.
Game 3, we played Ashe Seraphine, I think. Or you guys played, no, we played Ashe Seraphine against Ezreal Bard, and we lost composure again.
Oh, yeah.
Bard took a portal, flashed out, and then my Ashe ghosted and flashed forward into the portal, trying to kill
And then you
Bard.
got double killed, like under our tower, behind
And you kill with Ezreal, I think, the Seraphine.
Oh, yeah, I killed Seraphine.
Yes.
I killed 1 minion, E backwards, and ulted him. And the point was is that I feel like when we beat Lyon in the BO3s, they're kind of just inting. Not like hard inting, but like they're losing composure or like not having the discipline that they have in playoffs. And then we make advantages out of that. So I didn't feel like coming into the series that we were like favored hard because we win against them in regular season, right? to talk about the mental or like the
But
expectations
it's
or
less
whatever.
about being favored and more about the idea that, you expected to be 50-50. I think everyone I was talking to was like, 3-2 either way, all this sort of things. And it was a sweep. And then in lock-in finals, you guys had this undefeated run. And then, that wasn't a sweep, but it was a 3-1. And Cloud9 now, this is, I think, the 7th series in a row since 2024 where it was an international qualifier that you guys have fallen short in. Like, do you think that really is just kind of like randomness of all of these series, or do you think there is something more to that? Because that, when it keeps happening, people are obviously sometimes going to think about it more and more.
I mean, it's case by case, I think. I wasn't part of the 2024 roster.
Of course, yeah.
I was stuck in Pistons back then. Lost to the same team as Yando. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I don't have like a mental like problem with playoffs or like international qualifying games. It's the same as any other game. You just try to win. There's nothing different about the games for me. So I don't personally have that problem.
Yeah.
I don't think my teammates do because most of us have been to Worlds multiple times and played in nationals. MSIs, Worlds, even with those guys too. So I don't feel that problem. I just think for some rosters, like last year and this year, I think some teams figure us out a little bit. We play the same thing every single game for like a long time, and we're kind of, I mean, everyone has their style. TL, LYON, FLY, C9, and you kind of know what they're going to do at all times in playoffs. But I think we're very obvious, and maybe we don't have enough X factor when it comes to like those late playoff games where like the enemy team knows what we're going to do. I don't really think of it as like we were much better 7-0 in season and just choked it in playoffs. I don't think that's what's happening, at least from my perspective. So I don't really feel the pressure of the playoff international qualifying match thing. I understand the narrative when it's like this many times in a row.
Yeah.
But I don't feel it.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
totally fair.
Case by case.
Yeah. And you don't think your teammates feel it either?
I mean, I'm sure some do. And I'm sure everyone feels like, oh, we're in playoffs. It's
higher pressure for everyone.
Yeah. But I don't feel any difference.
Yeah.
I just go on stage and play. I actually kind of like playoffs more. It feels like more real in a way. Like the games you can feel like the intensity of the game is different, and the way people play and click is different. That's nice, I think.
How do you feel about it, Jose? Like playing in, a playoff match or like a qualifying match versus just regular season. How much do you think that plays into your mental state or your team's mental state, and kind of differences you've seen there?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of the opposite of what they're thinking. I play to have fun most of the times. It kind of works out for me. I don't know. I found out like when I start playing for like having more fun and thinking like the game as a game, I just like
just more relaxed.
Do better. And overall, I just have better ideas on how to win the game step by step. I just don't think like I need to win this game no matter what. I just think I'm just having fun. So it's way more easier for me to play. And it feels more natural to play too. Like it's just like if I'm playing from home, sort of. So it's very fun for me to play. It doesn't matter like playoffs or regular. I just do it every time. So.
How do you see it Inspired? Because you have the reputation of being like a playoff riser, right? Of someone who performs in these big moments. Cloud9, it's 7 series in a row that they have in these international qualifiers that they've lost. You are the inverse, basically, where you've now won, I believe, 6 in a row in international qualifiers, been able to win in those big moments, even sometimes when the team doesn't look as good in the regular season. So, like, what do you attribute that to?
I mean, I think I don't really treat the game like Host said, like he plays to like have more fun, but he's free. But I feel like for me, I'm also feeling like I'm very free in the game because I don't really care if I lose. So like I will do the play that I think is correct in order to win. And if I lose, then that's life. Like for example, today in the game 4, like we are playing, no one can really walk up, and then we are hitting the last dragon.
Game 4?
And I'm playing game 3.
Okay.
Yeah, the last game 3. Like they are hitting the dragon, and I'm like, no one really can walk up. They have all their engaged. I think the only way to win is if I suicide. Like I was saying, just
for MF, right? So she can play.
Yeah, just like Zin is gonna flash on me. I just want him to flash on me before the dragon dies. Because if the dragon dies and no one does anything, we'll just lose. Yeah. So like I would just walk up and make them kill me and just pray that we win, because that's the only way to do there. And I think if enemy team plays perfectly and they just kill me and they just like walk back, I think it's gonna be bad. But like I know in that situation, like I don't have a good option, so I will just go.
It's the best of a bad option.
Yeah, so I feel like I just do what I think is gonna be the best in situation, even though like if enemy play really well, it might be bad. But like if that's the best case I can do, then I would just go for that. I feel like same in like Wukong game, I was looking like, I felt like if we didn't get on Ziggs, then it will be hard. So I'll be like, I will just try to send it the best way possible, like try to get some engage on me, and then once the engage is going, then flash forward or like stuff like that. And I just felt like that's our best hope, because if we just take it slow, like let's say try to play front to back with Lucian in that game, I don't think we would ever win. So sometimes you just have to take a bit more risk. And I think in playoffs, like people kind of maybe choke, so they don't see it in the moment that like the situation is going good for them and they shouldn't do that, or like they should play a bit slower. And I think we are pretty good at it, or like I'm pretty good at it. Like I think when we are start winning the fight, I always try to scream to teammates to like not get excited and like play a bit slower. Just keep track of all 5 ults that are up on enemy, like whichever were used and whichever are not. And I think those just like comms and situation just win you like the really important team fights. And I feel like in those important series, if you win one team fight, you can just win a series. Yeah.
Do you think that other players maybe are thinking too much about what happens if this goes wrong and not enough about like what happens if this goes right? Because you're talking about a moment like that where, hey, if the other team plays it perfectly, maybe you just walk up and die for free and look stupid, right?
Yeah.
You know, are players, and any of you can answer this, feeling too nervous about what goes wrong and not thinking maybe about like the best possible play, even if it's, you know, 10% chance or 20% chance or whatever. If that's your best play, that's your best play.
I mean, I think it just depends on the situation you're in, right? Like sometimes you have to take some sort of risk that might backfire and lose you the game, but you're already gonna lose the game anyway, right? So you might as well go for it because there's a chance you might win, like he said, right? I mean, if he doesn't go forward there and hope someone overuses spells on Jace, then we kill the dragon, and then what? See you in 5 minutes for next one, and then what then, you know? Give one more? Okay, see you in 5 minutes more for the Elder Drake, you know? Like, at some point, you gotta I'll just kill myself. And then if they overuse spells on me, then hopefully MF carries. And if not, then they're too good and they win, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So you just understand that the game is just lost because someone entered it or a coach entered it in draft.
Yeah.
So just go fight and hope we win.
Hope for the win.
Yeah, hope the team has C9 in the try code.
Malphite just flash ulted me, so I was like, "Ooh, nice! We got Zinzao flash and Malphite flash ult."
So now MF can press ulti.
Carries,
Now MF can finally play the game. We've used these spells, so hope he carries.
It's even easy job for me because I die and just hope. Someone has to die.
You're just on the sideline, clapping for the team.
T9 was happy to deliver a little 4-man MF ult.
I mean, it sounds obvious, you know, it is obvious, but at the same time, there's a lot of teams that kind of, you know, they get behind and then it's like the do nothing and lose, right? Where teams are afraid to make that play. So like, what do you attribute that to? Do you guys think that sometimes maybe, Jose, do you think that players are scared to make those plays or are just bad at making the read on what the best play is to make?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure most of the players, when they're losing, they're thinking, oh, let's wait for the special case that everything goes well and we win. And that's like
Doesn't
very,
exist.
very low chance. I mean, our example is like on the game 2 against Flyquest yesterday, we were like so behind and we were like, let's just do this. And if we lose, we just lose like a team and just do whatever we have to do, like 5% chance we win. Like if we will win the dragon fight on game 2, there is a high chance that we will win the game. But we overplay and we got punished really hard and we almost lost the game there. And then after it's like, oh, the game is almost over. Let's just keep playing and force the mistake more than like wait for them to do it, you know? So I don't know. I think if you play the game like not being thinking of like, oh, we're going to lose if we don't do anything, then you're just going to like worry too much about making the mistakes and you're not going to do anything. So I don't know, just play natural and be always like confident that you can win no matter the situation is always important. And yeah, if you see good angles, if like, I don't know, you have to enter the fight like as buy, for example, and they use everything on you, then you just see your job and yeah, your team has to carry the fight. So.
So Zven, you were saying you kind of agreed earlier with Inspired's take on like you guys getting a small win and then kind of overextending. So were you guys able to identify that during the series and talk about that? Or is that something that more you kind of realized like after the series was over and couldn't really make the adjustment?
I mean, in the game, sometimes you're in a fight, right? And you don't know why you lost the fight because you played it well. And next fight is the other way around. For example, in the first game, there was a team fight where I think Six did like a combo where he flashed over the wall.
And then W'd
And he W'd into Ryze, and Ryze one-shot him. And while that was happening, I was killing Lucian and Ryze as it was happening, right? So in the fight, I'm like, I played really well this fight. I killed the enemy ADC who was trolling, and I killed Ryze. Why did we lose? I can't tell in this moment that someone else made a mistake, right? And after the game, talking about it can be useful, but we also only have like 5 minutes to talk about draft and which side we want, or we want first pick, last pick, or whatever, right? So it's like, not always do you have time to like talk about this specific problem. That's kind of like a coach thing. Comes out of the game, like guys, just take the small wins, get the Drake, get the 1 kill, and out. You know, like don't overchase into these comps. Like talk about who has what to use for MF ult to cancel it, or like go on him when he uses it, like these kind of things. So no, we didn't really have time to register. This was a problem. I also don't think it was like that big of a deal in game 2. I mean, it was a problem, but it was mostly in game 3, where we walked into MF a lot and got ulted, and like we killed one guy for free, got Drake for free, and then we kill ourselves. So yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about after fights and after games. You don't always have time to talk about it in the game or like right after the game. So it's just hard to balance what to talk about.
In game 3, did you guys feel like, obviously you got Hextech Soul, but like Lyon had a pretty big gold lead, around that time. Did you guys feel like you were in a really bad spot in that game? Because, watching it kind of felt like, it looked as though you guys felt like you were really under pressure, when you're starting the bear, and obviously it was 4v5, but APA was going to respawn and had TP. Like that felt like, from our perspective watching, that it felt like a really risky play. And I was thinking, I wonder if they think they're way behind.
We talked about the Casio mid flash, right?
Yeah.
When we killed someone top, was it Johnny or
top laner? Yeah,
that's Johnny, right?
Johnny,
Yeah, he got caught top, right? And then
the dragon was pretty much free.
We were saying just rush it on spawn and it's ours for free. And then we talked about like Casio W flashing on MF, and Malphite can like flash ult him while he's inside the thing, right? Which is not a bad play if we're losing, or if they have control, or like we're like behind something like this. But if we're winning, just walk to the dragon, pull it to the right side, and Jace can't do anything, right? Then it's just free soul. And then hopefully, if you're down 10k gold and you have extra soul, you can still win, unless you're like really useless champs. But that's Johnny top and Jace jungle. And MF, right? MF is not a bad champ, but if you're no flash, you can't play the game against Malphite, against Azael, against Rakan. Like, you can't do anything, right? So we should be able to play from there, even down gold, and still win. So I think that's like an overreach where we are already winning the not the game maybe, but the position in that fight. So we should know, just go dragon, click it, pull it out, win, right? So I think like in a different game, maybe we're down 10k gold there, and MF is like 10-0, and they're 5 people alive, and they have control of the dragon. Just go for it.
Yeah.
And if MF flashes it, FF. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they have soul if we don't fight there, and we're down 10k gold, and they're gonna get hex soul. So just go for it.
But in the game, it kind of felt like you guys were losing.
In that game,
place.
I don't think we were thinking in our heads. I mean, at least I wasn't, that we were losing. I mean, obviously we're behind the goal. We know that, right? We're not completely like ill, but I don't think Ian, APA, and Nantos thought game is lost. We must flash an MF right now because we still lose if we get soul. I don't think they're thinking that. They just thought there was an angle.
This is a good play.
Yeah, I don't think we should go for it when, like I said, we already have a good situation at hand. We had like a 25-second timer to get the Drake before Sejuani responds. I don't think he had TP, I think, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think he would not make it.
Yeah,
We were like,
it was 25 seconds desync, I think.
Yeah. And even after that play, which went really poorly, we still had a fight, right? So I think that was a big example of like overreaching when you don't have to.
Did you get to watch much of the series?
Slightly. I mean, I saw like some
you guys
of
are probably scrimming and stuff?
No, we off play.
Yeah.
But
no one to scrim,
there is no one to scrim.
No one to scrim,
I mean, I was just watching at home. I'm guessing I'm gonna watch more after. But they just give me like the full resume, of the games basically. So
were you surprised by the result?
Yeah, I expected C9 to win at least one game.
Yeah,
at least one. Only one?
3-1. Yeah, I expected 3-1, not 3-0.
All right, well, let's talk about, obviously, you guys played yesterday. But before we talk about that, these are the 3 teams that are all going to be in Arizona. So if you guys haven't gotten your tickets and you want to see these 3 teams playing, you should definitely get your tickets. It's going to be a link in the description. We'll be at ASU's Mullet Arena next weekend, June 13th, 14th. Some tickets are still available, but not that many. So definitely grab them now if you would like them. Yesterday, you guys qualified to Arizona. So still, in the hunt for the championship, in the hunt for the MSI title. You guys took down Flyquest. That went 3-1. How did you feel about your series and your team's kind of performance in the lower bracket so far?
I think it was way better than what we expected. Obviously, in our recent practice, we've been doing a lot of like stuff that looks weird, but it's really good for us while we're practicing. And of course, we are losing a lot of games more in practice, but it's because we are practicing like certain stuff for us.
I mean, like champion strategies?
Just like strategies and like things can go wrong or things that can go well.
Yeah.
And we're just trying a lot of stuff. And I think it's paying off a lot. We're speaking a lot during scrims and how we want to approach certain scenarios. I think it's very important that we change how we're doing the stuff in mid game. I think that was our biggest issue against the top 1-2 teams.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think overall we were doing a pretty better job. This week was way better. The last week against Shopify, we were having like very bad week because there was no even progress. But we changed a lot after the Shopify games. So I'm pretty happy of how we are improving on the last stage of the split. So.
Yeah, after your upper bracket series, obviously you guys lost to Lyon, right? And I remember you talked on pros about how you felt like the biggest issue was that you guys weren't like kind of like finding that moment to go aggressive, or being able to punish missing summoners and things along that. Is that something that you guys have been really kind of focusing on?
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of stuff that we were working on. There is like always small details that you need to improve, and that's what we were focusing the most. I mean, obviously, I won't say most of them because that's how we work as a team, and I think some of them really paid off, especially against Flyquest. I mean, I'm sure people won't be able to tell because that's what we practice, but during the game when we were playing, we were thinking like, oh, this is what we practice, this is what we have to do, and that's how we're going to win the game. So it was really good. It was really... I was happy playing the games because I felt like everything that we practiced was showing up on stage. So, and nobody was like thinking of like anything besides just the game. So it was very fun series.
Something a lot of the community has been talking about is just Quid's performance over these last couple of weeks in the lower bracket. He's been playing really well, and I think a lot of people's expectation was that Quid was going to be, best mid laner in the league. When Liquid got him, that he's going to be owning, and then the regular season was more quiet. I know he talked last week on pros about how he had been kind of the mindset that, I'm on this team with such good players, I can kind of just sit back and other people will win the game. And then, he had kind of tried to change his mindset to like, no, I should be the one to carry the game, or I should be the one to make those winning plays. Is that something that you can see reflected in game, or is that something that any of you guys have experienced when you're kind of like on a super team feeling like, hey, maybe I can be a passenger or should be a passenger even?
I mean, if anyone should be the passenger, it should be me, So, I don't know. I think...
what do you mean? First team All-Pro jungler.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I think with me, we've been having a lot of talks on how we want to play Silence during these last weeks. And I've been trying to understand his thought process during the fights, or how he wants to play fights in general and all that stuff. So we came to a lot of good conclusions over these weeks. And I think it shows up that I don't think he's playing as better. I think he's always been playing good, but when we kind of understood what he wants to do in the game, it's way easier to play around him.
And I think,
when we are on the same page, he looks way better as a player. And I was always happy playing with him. He's really talented. And I think even if in stage he wasn't showing that much, I think it's also like a team issue that we had more than a Quid issue. So
makes sense. Were you guys surprised at all by the result between Flyquest and TL? That was another one that I think people were kind of expecting would be maybe closer than it was.
I thought Lyon would... You said Flyquest or Lyon?
Fly TL.
Fly TL. I thought it was going to be close. I think it was... Flyquest is kind of like a discipline test. If you can manage not to give in to the chaos, you often win, I think. They have like good fighting and like good early game sometimes, but if you manage to control it, you usually win. And if you don't lose to like the funny picks in jungle, like flex pick value, like, rumble jungle, and like giving top kind of pick can be dangerous, right? And if it's like a bad matchup. But if you don't lose to these kind of things, you usually win, I think.
I am looking from scrims. Flyquest was very dangerous. They were beating us a lot this past week, and Team Liquid was opposite. They were not really doing that well. But I felt like the way Team Liquid lost was just us playing well in scrims, and the way Flyquest beat us was like they're going crazy, and we were just like not ready for how crazy they were playing.
Yeah,
that's why my teammate I talked to Dockley is like, nah, Flyquest is just gonna stomp Team Liquid, and I said, I don't know, like
I didn't think so either.
In scrims, when we play against Team Liquid, we just played well, so we won. But when we played against Flyquest, they were just going really crazy, like every lane playing really aggressive. You punish someone, then the other guy gets dove on the other side, and like it just felt like the way Flyquest was playing, I just couldn't believe they're gonna play like that on stage. And so I kind of felt like there is a chance that Team Liquid wins, even though the practice looked like Flyquest would be a better team.
It's interesting. I don't know if you guys caught Masu's interview after they lost, but he was talking about how, you know, normally they're really good in the execution, but they fail sometimes in the macro or the ideas or whatever. You know, he felt like, you know, everyone kind of says, oh, they're the hands team, not the head team or whatever. But he was saying he felt like in the series against you guys that they actually did a really good job of how they set up their plays and how they played the map, but they really failed in the execution. I don't know if you felt that or if you guys, you know, watching the series felt that at all.
I did watch it, but I didn't feel the same way. I felt like Fly is the team that's really good when they're really far ahead or even really far behind, because they're kind of like mentally in it still. I think some teams aren't as well in it as when they're behind. I don't think TL and like C9 are as good from behind as Fly and Lyon are. But I feel like they just had some wonky drafts at times and they didn't get the leads that they usually get. And I think they picked these champs top like Jace and Vayne, and they were not ahead in lane phase. And then you're playing, what was it, Rumble? What was it, the mid lane?
Annie?
Yeah, Rumble Annie, mid jungle. Just to give Flex pick the top. I mean, can't pick top, right? And then he picks Vayne, and he's even CS. I think that's a problem going into team fights, you know?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know,
And
I
they
feel
chain
like
ganked that game.
Flyquest, I think Flyquest just got outplayed in that game 3. Like, I think the team fight where Rumble was really strong and his first death on Rumble, I feel like Rumble walked into the trap to like start getting the zone a bit because the dragon was dying.
Yeah.
I think Core played really well, like insta ult him to chain that one trap with Caitlyn into get another trap. So like Rumble, that was the strongest champion, full HP, died one shot with no counterplay after stepping into the trap. So I feel like that was really well played by TL. And I feel like that's Rumble jungle problem. Like you are strong as a base stat champs, especially if the game is going well. But if you fall behind, you are unmobile, you don't have enough damage, you can die one shot. Like enemy can always engage on you and kill you with one ult. And I think that's why, like game 3, I think Team could just outplay them in that situation. Because I do think that team fight Flyquest was favorable to win.
Yeah.
And game 4, what happened in game 4? What did you guys play?
Game 4.
Oh, with the Kog'Maw Lulu. Kog'Maw
Yeah,
Lulu
Kog'Maw
game.
Lulu.
Yeah, enemy.
Yeah. I felt
Lucia
like
Emilio, yeah.
it was also like, Fly was doing fine. Like the Twisted
Yeah.
Fate reach on the blue buff area was very unnecessary, I feel like. Like they reached for them and they died. Same on like, I think Fair Dragon was kind of similar. I felt like Zinza was hitting the dragon. They could get it, but Quad just sent it. Like he just ulted into them with TF. And I think Core bought Mika's that they probably didn't think about. So like didn't have Milio ult and they thought they are sending it on Lucian. There's no Milio ult, no cleanse. But Milio had Mika's first item for some reason. And like, and I think Renekton that was 2-0 like flashes in when the dragon is free, just kills himself. And like, I think you can't play like that if you play TF Renekton and like on the Fair Dragon you just kill yourself. Like you need to play really well until you have soul with these champs. I feel like they just couldn't deliver that. I think it comes from experience, and I think they just got a little bit outplayed in those
I thought
moments.
TL team fought pretty well in that game. The game you played Lucian Milio, Victor, Ornn, whatever it was. You guys played like slow around Kog'Maw. You didn't give him like free target the whole fight. Because against Kog'Maw, like if he hits someone, he will one-shot them, right? This is how the champ works.
Yeah.
But his weakness is like W is 8 seconds on, 8 seconds off, unless you hit people with Navori, right? And if you can't hit people because you're outranged by Victor or Ornn ult, or like Nafir only goes on you when she can one-shot you, not much you can't. So it's like hard to find targets. And there's
Victor
no
went
engage
Super
on your
Saiyan
team
that
because
game.
you have some shit champ top, Renekton and Xin Zhao. You have no like, you have no way to start fights, right? You're outranged by everyone, so you can't do anything. You're just standing there.
You're just hoping enemies walk into the Kog'Maw.
Yeah, you have to go to the dragon and click on it.
Yeah, just finish the dragon, flip it, and the fight will start.
Yeah.
But
It's interesting. It did feel to me like it was like a lot of execution in the fights too. You're talking about the Rumble fight, and I think it was even maybe in that same fight earlier where Quad had like looked for Tibbers encore, but it got McHale's, and he just kind of like self McHale's and went over the wall. But you know,
It
if
was
you're
a fight,
full
yeah.
sending it with Tibbers onto the support, even if you kill them, you might not actually be winning the fight because when everything got spent there, then Quid was playing Kali and he kind of just came in from behind and kind of killed everyone. How did you feel about like kind of the execution in fights?
I mean, I think one of the, biggest step up I see was Core just, even the Rakan game, the first one, is like, he will just see an angle and not say anything, and we just follow, you know? Like, that's just, you can feel like he's watching the angle, so we were just like paying attention to what he's looking for. And even in the Bard game, like I think he's sort of solo winning these games, even if Quid is playing good at Kali games. It's like, the way he's starting the fights is like really good. I also think the Rumble stepping on the trap and him setting up the play was good. The Mikhail before that fight too, he was really good. So we just kind of, outplayed him in a lot of these fights. And I think that's why we were struggling against Flyquest when we screened them before. I don't know. I think we just play better maybe when the pressure is on. And when it matters. I think that's one of the things we practice a lot, like team fights especially, and how we want to approach fights. I think that's one of the most important parts when you're playing playoffs. And yeah, we came to good agreements on how we want to start a fight, who has to like die first for the boys to do something, you know? So
And that's what Ronald was doing, right? He was like, guys, the dragon's dying. Who is tanking the trap, guys?
yeah.
that's basically.
I'm not taking, guys. And it's like, he's like, sure, guys, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. And there was no one to carry afterwards. So
Yeah.
then the dragon was gone.
He was hungry for the trap. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the dragon was dying in his face. What can you do?
yeah, just die.
Guys, who wants the trap? No, I'm not taking it, guys.
Do you guys feel like watching Team Liquid? Do you think they've gotten better in lower bracket, or do you think they're just playing worse teams, or kind of like what's your view on it? Because obviously you guys both won your first round, so you got to wait and kind of watch last week. Didn't actually have to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think they haven't gotten worse, at least. I would hope not, right?
Hopefully not.
I don't know why we're screaming if they all get worse, but I don't know. I think the top 4 was close, like you said. I thought Flyquest could win against TL. I thought it could go the other way. I thought we could beat Lyon, could go the other way. Like, it felt like it's a close playoff, like kind of like a circle, maybe.
Yeah, I also said it in the past. It feels like all the teams could have won. Like there were actually 4 teams that could have won. So I feel like going into any series right now, you can't really know who's gonna win.
I don't feel like anyone has particular like big advantage. I mean, I always thought Lyon were better than their record in regular season, even when we won against them, and when they lost to like.
Didn't lose, I think.
Did you lose to someone else?
To
No,
Flyquest,
we were losing. Oh, to Flyquest.
Yeah,
okay,
you lost to
true,
Flyquest.
actually.
Yeah.
We lost
And,
the last game.
Even when they were wasting time playing with Castle, I didn't think like, I mean, surely soon they'll put in Dokla again and then they can win the games. No offense to him or anything. I just thought in scrims, there was like never any hope, I felt like, for that to be better than Dokla, but that's just my outside perspective. Like he played like Rise top and stuff like that, and I thought like it just wasn't meant to be that iteration. But I always thought Lyon was better than their record when they were losing games in regular season. But outside that, I don't know. I think TL, C9, Fly are all really close. I wouldn't have been surprised if this weekend was like Fly beat TL and we beat Lyon. It wouldn't have been like mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like after the first weekend when all the top 4 teams played and all the games went 5 games, everyone was thinking that this was going to be kind of that same weekend, right? But then ended up being 3-1, 3-0, and that's maybe just kind of like luck of the draw.
I think the games were kind of close, no?
Yeah.
Our series, I felt like it was close. Maybe it didn't look like it, but I felt in game it was pretty close. Same yesterday, I felt like
yeah.
it came down to team fights. So
I mean, I thought at least game 1 could have easily been a win for us.
Yeah,
If we
game
played,
1
like,
was definitely
just
close.
like one team fight we played better, we would have won.
yeah,
And in game 3, I think we also kind of had the same problem, like where we had good situations. You had like a funny draft.
Yeah.
You put Jace jungle to avoid playing top
did
against
that
Malphite, I guess,
because,
right?
I mean, I honestly thought that Sejuani Jace is going to get the lead over Malphite, but we got 0 lead. Like Sejuani was first time. Actually.
I mean, yeah.
So
I mean, I think Jace jungle is not bad, but then the top lane pick has to be useful,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, the top
if
lane
you're,
has
if you're
to be
flexing the
useful,
Jace to
yeah.
jungle to get top con pick, yeah, gotta win top, right?
Actually,
It's like Rumble, like when Vayne doesn't win against in lane
Yeah.
is the problem. But then in that game, I thought we blocked the Drake and we win. Even though I entered lane a bit, I dive 1v1 like a freak that one time when you're doing grubs. I want to like do something and bot, like get MF ulti or like dive or something.
We assumed you were kind of trying to bait because your
I mean, we felt
mid
like,
laner
we
was
felt like
moving
there
down
is
and
something
stuff.
happening. Like both sides. Zinza was for sure like around.
I had like a monster wave.
He wasn't.
I had like a monster wave building when you're on grubs.
Yeah.
And I said like we dive bot here, and then we just didn't. And I tried to like E forward to like chunk him or like make some magic happen, and then just kill myself. That was not very, very great. That game I was playing really bad. But in those team fights, even though we played bad, like around bot in early game, we can't lose team fights at Drake. We just can't.
I mean, we knew that we shouldn't take those fights. Just pray that we got as much gold as possible and maybe we win.
Yeah, you play well around like poking us, and even if you hit the spells, you have to give anyways.
Yeah, but that's what we knew. Like we were gonna hit a spell, and then hopefully the laners are gonna have like good lane situation.
yeah.
But we're gonna give up Drake, but then eventually you guys have to take a bad base.
Get some
and then
plates
maybe
here and
get the
there,
plates,
and
like-
hopefully we're stronger.
Yeah, and
But that
hopefully like
never
late game
happened.
team fights, like Elder, we're gonna win the smite somehow, and we can win. Like if the champs are stronger, and then the only option is to hit the dragon, you can just win the smite and and win.
I felt like even though we were behind in golden lane that game in mid and bot, I felt like if we just actually mid was fine, bot was behind. If we just walk the dragon, we can't lose. If we don't get hit by too many spells from Jace in
I
a
think
row,
you guys
right?
did well just by starting objective like ASAP. As long as
Just
you
don't get
there.
poked too much. Walk the Drake and fight, and then we just lost the fights. Like we won them and then we lost them.
Well,
And
the
that
good
was
news is you're not out. You're still in it. You're still in the lower bracket.
Yeah, beast mode.
There you go. There's I think expectations for TL, it's fair to say, I don't know if it was same on pro side, but community side, especially at the start of the year, was like, oh, TL is going to be the best team, right? You know, super team. And, you know, we even had interviews with your coaches where it's like, oh, if we're not winning, it's a big disappointment. Do you guys feel the pressure of that internally? You know, as far as the expectations of like it's first or bust?
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't feel pressure when I'm playing the games. I just like go with it, you know. I think when you put things that are not in the game on your head while you're playing, it's kind of annoying to play. So I just like, you know, don't think about it. I'm pretty sure other players might think about it and be like, oh, maybe this is high pressure. You know, maybe if we lose now, it's not good for me or anything. But I'm like, who cares, you know? You're just playing a game in the end. So as long as you do your job and you play well, you shouldn't worry about like winning or losing in the end. So that's what I think.
So you guys are going to play obviously in the lower bracket finals. That'll be, you know, starting off next weekend on Saturday. How are you feeling about the match? Have you thought about TL at all, or had a moment to think about that?
I mean, of course, like we watch yesterday's matches, right? Preparing ourselves potentially that we might play them next weekend, either in finals or in lower bracket, right? You never know. So you always look at everyone and you always, you know, scrim thinking I might play these guys next week if we lose or if we win, whatever. So yeah, we're thinking about them all the time, but I don't know. Against TL, our games are always close, but we always win. Yeah. Recently. I mean, you were on the team for like last year, but even last year, we always won against TL, besides the very first split when we were in Brazil, the playoffs. I think we're like the reverse of C9 versus Inspired, like where we always win against TL in all the series we play against them. Last time we lost was like over a year ago. So we just have something good going for us, I guess. But last time we played against them, it was really close. Like we were like really behind in game 2 and then they threw. So that could have been a close series.
Does the history give you more confidence? Like, does it feel a little bit more relaxed, feeling like, hey, it's worked out all these other times?
No, not really. Just play. You know, like a lot of our series have been really close recently. Like against Flyquest, our BO3 was close. Could have been 2-0 either way, to be honest. Our best of 5 could have been either way as well. It was 5 games.
Yep.
Even today we lost 3-0, but we could have won at least 2 games of those 3 if we had played like a little bit better at certain times, individually or otherwise. So
game 1 and 3.
Yeah, mostly those 2 games. And against TL, like we won the first game. I don't remember what I played that game, but game 2 we were playing Ashe, Seraphine, and we were like down 4K gold at like 10 minutes, I think. That was the game where you called Blabber an idiot.
No, it was not. It was not that play. It was not when I killed him. They did me dirty. Like I was saying it because he invaded Raptors when they were already gone, and I was like, "What is he doing?" He kept going forward, but there was nothing, you know.
Oh, really? That's when it happened?
Yeah. So I was like, "What is he doing?"
He saw you there and then tried to re-walk around it, right?
Yeah, because I took the Raptor, and I was like, why does he keep going forward? There is nothing here, you know?
Yeah.
And then I kill him, and I was saying, jungle die, you know? That's all I said. And then they were like, what is this idiot doing? What?
That's kind of fucked up, actually.
It was the edit for drama.
No, but they've been doing this a lot where they show clips that happen, like, obviously, like, early in the game.
I think something like that happened with some
happened to you as well, yeah. Like, you talk about something in the game, I can't remember what it was. And they show that weird timing as if you're flaming someone.
Yeah. I remember something. I don't remember what was it, but I remember just something that did some views. Yeah.
So I will say, my producer was just saying in my ear too, and I know generally how this works. So they have the observers and like the EVS team is watching the game and listening to clips, and they try as much as they can to try to line it up with the play. But like the audio is like a separate thing from the visual. It's not like a synced thing that they just like pull it and it's with the gameplay. So they try to like time it up as much as they can. But obviously they're pulling that.
It's a hit job on Josedeodo and
the producers are out to get you all. But they do try their best to do that, because that's something we've actually talked about in our meetings before. Like, are we sure this is lined up? And they're like, yeah, we're pretty sure.
But yeah, that game against TL was like, it was lost, you know?
Yeah.
Like in scrims at that time, you just, let's go next, guys. Like, it's not winnable.
APA had some fatty flanks in that one, though, if I recall.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of good plays. So, like, we used arrows on mid. I killed Kalen one time.
Yeah.
When he was like 8 minutes. And then we got another one later for a cleanse. And then that cleanse became his death on the next play. And then Quid TP'd in and killed himself with like a huge bounty. And like, you lose a big bounty on a champion right as you're losing a fight. It's really bad, because then everyone else dies afterwards. Yeah. And you get like a bounty on the Herald or something shit like this, you know? Like,
I mean, in this season, you can't afford to lose a fight.
Yeah, like shutdowns are like extremely broken this patch. Like, because like you can be like not that far ahead, but have like 2 dragons and like a 8-goal shutdown, you know? Like, whoa, if I die once, it's like we're even in a goal, you know? So it's very close there. But yeah, that game felt like we could have lost really easily. So we're not taking anything for granted. You know, all of our series have been really close against the top 4. So,
How do you feel about the matchup, Jose?
I feel similar. I think, I mean, many of the series that we're playing right now, it's like whoever shows up in there is going to win. And I think that's just playoff, you know, whoever has the bigger, you know, the balls, is just going to win, you know. It's just the truth, you know. So I think whoever shows up on any of the days is going to win the split, and that's just how it goes.
Yeah. Do you have any prediction or feeling on who you think is going to win?
Not sure, honestly. And I feel like it's kind of better to play in that game because I feel like the winner that wins that series will have a lot of like confidence, and they will play the day before us. So I would say that they should feel very confident going into the
Lower
final.
bracket advantage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. I've lost like so many finals and won on both sides of the lower bracket or upper bracket. And I don't know if it really matters
I don't
anymore.
know. I think I won once with, I don't know, with Flyquest we were once with lower bracket, once with upper bracket, and I think once with upper bracket. I guess I have half kind of. So
And
I don't
then
know.
lock in, you
But
won
it-
from lower bracket, right?
Yeah,
I don't
I don't know,
remember
it
what
feels
I-
like on the LAN event like that, surely it's better to win a game. You play in the arena, you're like chill. If you can actually fall asleep and get a good sleep, then I think you should be favorable in final. Like you already played day before.
Yeah, you're a bit
chilling.
more comfortable. Yeah.
And I feel like this like saying that you saw the drafts of the opponent is kind of mean.
Yeah.
Like you still know.
I mean,
what
at this
people are
point,
gonna
everyone
play.
knows everyone anyway, right? Like, it's not like something funny is going to happen in draft that no one expected at this point.
Yeah. So it's like, what are we gonna do day before our final? Like they are gonna
oink.
play, and we are gonna oink what
And
you
watch.
guys play. So, like, yeah.
Do you think there's anything to, sometimes people will talk, I know sometimes players are like, I lost finals because I was just so tired because the series from before, like if it goes 5 games. Do you,
Really,
do
it
you
ever
give-
happened? I never heard something. Like that.
I've had a couple players tell me
I
that.
feel like it's
They
just
were
very,
like, we
it's
were
very,
just too
you have a lot
exhausted.
of pressure on you playing that series that they will play because
Yeah.
like if you lose, you don't go MSI,
Yep.
and if you win, you're like really happy. You made MSI and now you have a final to play, so
Yeah.
it's really chill. But it's just stressful. But I don't know. I feel like being in upper bracket makes you not have that stress of playing that series, but I don't think it puts you in an advantage. I would still think this is disadvantage
I mean, it depends on the schedule. Sometimes you travel
didn't you
like
run it down today,
a couple
then?
days before.
because you just don't have the stress of the game, like the elimination game.
You're okay being at a disadvantage.
It's true, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you have the safety net.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes you travel, like this time we go on Friday, I think, right? To Arizona. It's a 1-hour flight. So it's chill, right? There's
Yeah.
no like jet lag or something. But sometimes you travel like on Wednesdays, you have like 2 days there to like scrim and oink and adjust. I think those days you should have like good sleep. It's like part of like being a pro player is having like, you know, control of like sleep and like being in good condition on the day. So I think it's fine.
Yeah. So do you feel like Lion is the big boss? Do you guys still feel like that? Because obviously they're the defending champions from lock-in. They're waiting in the finals. They were able to get 3-0. Everyone is saying, hey, it's anyone's to win, but does it feel like Lion is the team to beat? Are you guys both kind of feeling like that? Or are you thinking, no, whoever wins in our series could easily win too?
I mean,
They are waiting. So
I mean, yeah, until you lose, you're the defending champs, right?
Yeah.
So, like, until Lion loses in playoffs in like the finals or when they're actually out, right? They are the big boss until that moment, right? That's just how it works. I always think that way.
Until proven otherwise.
But I wouldn't say it's like they're like the monster big boss. Just
Yeah.
the boss, maybe, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're
It's
just,
not that many levels above you.
yeah.
you know?
Like, I don't feel like. I mean, when you pull up to like in nationals, you see like Gen G, you're like
the big boss.
That's a big boss. That's a really big boss.
You're gonna need some more gear.
Or like one of my very first nationals was Worlds 15, right?
Yeah.
And we played against Easyhoon, first 2 games against SKT.
Yeah.
And then after game 2, they said there's something in Faker for the game 3.
Yeah.
That
You
I had
felt the
I
aura.
heard the boss music, you know, I was like, oh shit, that's a big boss
guys
right
win
there.
in
Box
the game or
phase
what?
2.
No, we got 2-0.
Oh, we go 0-2 down and then Faker came in.
Yeah. and there I felt the boss, you know, like the big boss is coming.
The
I was like,
orchestral
oh,
music
shit.
starts playing.
I'm like, oh shit, that was really doomed. But Lion is a boss for sure, but not quite that big
I
of a
mean,
boss.
no one's got Faker or except Faker. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We're
But
talking
like,
international.
I mean, even when you pull up to like the MSI like a couple years ago, you see like Gen G try code. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, shit. Ooh. Oh, T1. Oh shit. BLG. Oh. You feel a little bit more heat, you know.
yeah.
So
Last thing I want to talk about you guys with you guys is All Pro. So Jose, you got first team All Pro. Inspired, you got second team All Pro. This time you didn't make All Pro. I didn't need to explain. It just is.
yeah. Beast mode.
I'm kind of curious because I wanted to ask you, Inspired, first of all, because almost everyone voted for Jose first team or second team, and both you and Rainover, who were the guys who did your ballots for Lyon, did not vote for him. And I could have missed someone, but I think it was just you guys and then Dignitas coach were the only people that didn't put him on the ballot at all. So what was your kind of thought process there?
It's a strong ego.
I don't know. I just did it on my experience of playing against the teams and players, and I feel like when we played against Team Liquid, I just didn't feel like it was as hard as against other players, because I didn't really watch like the games of Jose playing against other teams. I just like had experience from scrims and on stage, and like I put Griff in third, I think, and we lost to his funny picks, and scrims was hard against him as well. We lost to Blabber when game 2 he was like really behind against me on Sejuani, and he still somehow made stuff happen, and they won game 3 against us. So it was pretty good for me. I think I put him first, and second I put Hambak because I feel like he has the worst team out of all of the junglers, and he still does a good like results. So yeah, I think the gap is for sure not like massive between any of them. You can put pretty much like all 4, and I think you can make argument for any of them, at least in my head, to be first. And yeah, I think I just looked from like experience that I played against them.
Do you think there's any validity to? I know some people talk in the community about like what they call kind of like gamesmanship, right? It's like, okay, if I want to get first team All Pro, I shouldn't vote for the other person who's most likely to get first team All Pro. Do you guys think that people are doing that sometimes with the voting? Because obviously, when they see, okay, people are talking about the race is between you two guys for first. If you guys don't vote for him, that obviously does help you in your chances to get first team.
I don't think about it, but I don't know if people do.
Do you care about the votes when you're like, he didn't vote for me, I gotta prove him wrong?
No, I mean, I don't even know who Core voted. I don't even know who voted in our team. I think maybe Jake too. I don't know.
Core voted and Jake voted.
Yeah, I don't know who they voted for, so I have no clue. Honestly, I think you just vote for whoever you think is good. And
yeah, I mean, I also voted Zven Vulcan 1-1 both, because I felt like in our games, bot lane was rough. So, and yeah, I feel like we are winning, but then we lose composure and then we die, and it's unplayable. At least in the games we played. Same like in scrims. It felt like it felt like bot lane had a lot of impact. I felt like Vulcan was really taking a lot of space on the map, and Zven was always like solid. So that's why I voted them first. So I also a bit surprised that Zven didn't make it. Vulcan made it, right?
Yeah, Vulcan got first team.
Yeah.
I think you were. It was Berserker and then Masu and then Yon and then Rahel, and I think you were 5th in voting, if I recall
Beast
correctly.
mode.
Do you feel like that was unfair?
I don't know. I don't care so much about individual things anymore. I used to, but when I didn't get MVP in 2020 spring, I felt like, okay, fuck this. It's like I don't care anymore about like what other people think anymore. So I stopped caring. But I don't think I played that bad, personally.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the 5th best ADC in the league. I think I'm better than that. But yeah, I don't know.
So, you know,
Not
obviously, sure. I think it's good to not necessarily care about what the other people think. How do you evaluate your own play? Like, do you think that was weird? Because obviously, Vulcan got first team and you were 5th.
Yeah, I must be really carried.
Well, it's like, does that feel like how do you evaluate your own play? Like, are you happy with how you performed? Do you think it was unjust? Do you think you should be up there?
I mean, it's just a case by case basis, right? It's based on like your draft, right? Like, are you supposed to win lane in this game? Did you win lane? No, then you have a problem, right? Did you first pick an OP champ and didn't perform? Then you have a problem. Like, did you give the M team an OP champion? Sometimes you'll trade a champ, right? You'll trade like OP ball lane champ for OP mid lane champ, and it's up to them to choose who gets what, right? And if they get the OP ball laner, you have to just play defensive and survive, right?
Yeah,
and that's your job in that game. If you did the job, then it might not like look good on your stats or in the game, but someone else looking good because of what you did, right? For example, in LYON in last finals, we couldn't win drafts. We were in draft meeting. We're like, holy shit, man, guys, we can't get a single draft in our draft meeting. And I said, just get on Karma Ezreal. It's fine. We'll play Corki and Nico bot against Karma Ezreal, unplayable matchup. I go down 10 CS, but our draft is better because of it. We won that game. It's like someone has to sacrifice sometimes, and I'm fine to do it because nowadays I care more about winning than about looking good. But I also think I had quite a few bad games this split, so it's not unfair to say I'm the 4th or 5th best ADC or whatever. But I also think there's like a bit of reverse name, what's it called? What's the name value?
Yeah.
Where people are like overly eager to shit on me if I make a mistake. But if someone else makes the same mistake, it's like, it's fine. It's Maso Yon. They're like young or whatever. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I think I can find for every time I've made a mistake, I can find Maso doing the same thing, you know, for example, right? But he's like very securely second or whatever.
So you're kind of getting a lot more heat for the mistakes you feel than some of the other players?
Yeah, and I won't get as much credit for the good things I do. But like, it's fine. I think I had like a not the greatest split ever while my team is 7-0. So it amplifies the narrative or whatever. But I don't really care, like I said, so much about what other people think of me. I care what like my team and I think of me, right? And like if I feel like I'm getting gapped a lot of games, for example, today, like if I had to like evaluate these games today, I would say like game 3 was a big problem.
Yeah.
Like I was like, we had a winning match at bot, didn't win lane, we were even CS, made a big mistake, died to MF 1v1 when we were strong-sided, when they were doing grubs, big problem. But in game 1 and game 2, for example, I don't think there was a big problem in those games, right? I think I played fine, just okay. I think in game 2, we picked like strong lane, but didn't do anything. That could be a balling problem or a team problem. Not sure yet. Have to investigate that one. But yeah.
How do you guys feel about, you know, I mean, it's kind of just like a League of Legends thing in general, where it's like, sometimes you're making all of these small decisions, correct, right? You know, maybe like you do 20 small good things in a row, 20 good trades in a row, and that builds you a 10 CS lead or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, you make that one bad play, and sometimes that one bad play is like either A, more memorable, or B, just way more impactful. Because, you know, you guys talked about, you know, with bounties and in League in general, it's like you could be playing really, really good for 25 minutes, and then you mess up the one team fight engage, you lose the fight, your team gets aced, they get the bear, and the game's over, GG. Like, does that feel fair to then evaluate, you know, more heavily based off like that one mistake that made more of an impact? Or should people maybe be thinking, no, like you made 50 good plays in a row that were just like smaller before that?
I think it just depends. It's a case-by-case basis, I think. Like, I would never blame my Nautilus for going 0-10 if he's the only engage we have.
Yeah.
You know, the same thing, I don't blame Inspired for playing Jace, walking up and like baiting Malphite ulti on him, because if he doesn't, MF can't play. And if MF can't play, you can't win. So if he walks up and dies for free, we get Drake and walk it back, then it's not really his fault, because someone has to do it. And it's not going to be MF who tanks the Malphite ult, right? So it would look bad for you if we played well.
Yeah, I know. That's
that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
But it can't be your AD carry who's the janitor of the team, you know?
Yeah.
So just walk in, die in peace. If the M team is Gen G, you lose. If the C9, maybe you don't lose. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
Do you guys find that frustrating about League sometimes, where, you know, you can be playing really, really well for 25 minutes and it feels like I did all these things right, I was better than my opponent for all this time, and then I did this one thing wrong, and that means that everything else is erased and we lose the game?
Yeah, I've
It's
been there.
also perspective too, no? Because if you think about it, let's say Inspire dies and they lose the fight, then like, oh, what is this guy doing, you know? He solo lost the game. But in reality, if you think about what he's doing, then it makes sense, you know? So sometimes it's like what you're doing, if it makes sense in your head and you're confident that what you're doing is right, you shouldn't care like what people say, you know?
I mean,
maybe it happens, you know?
It goes a lot of different ways too, right? For example, today when we played Wukong, right, when you got flash hooked at the dragon, it was actually Blabber who said, Wukong on W, no flash, Phil, flash hook him if he comes in, right? And you think like Vulcan smurfed it, right? Because he flash hooked the Wukong, no W, but it was Blabber who like word for word told him, no,
I mean, Blabber forced my W. So like
no
he should know it, but I thought I thought that Vulcan saw it. That's why he did it.
He didn't see it in game.
I just thought in game that maybe they will not go for it. I was like,
you're just hoping.
Yeah, I was just hoping maybe they will not go. Like, I don't have double for like a little bit. Maybe they'll just not go.
But yeah, the point was like Blabber like called the whole play, right? Like almost like micromanaged the play out of him, right? Not saying that Vulcan shouldn't get recognition for the player, but like you don't hear those cons from Blabber, so you don't think that was a good play by Blabber. You think Vulcan smurfed it, right? And similarly, sometimes, for example, in the Fury game, when you killed me bot, remember with the portal? We were saying you're on our chickens.
Really?
Yeah, and Blabber just misspoke. He meant wolves.
Oh.
But I heard chickens. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I'm chilling, right?
Yeah,
my chickens. Then it's just like up top, right? So I'm good. Bot portal. I'm like, I'm like, yo, right? And it looks like I'm completely griefing, right? But in the game, I'm stun locked when you're in my tribush, and Blabber says, I meant wolves. I'm like, oh shit, we now I gotta run, you know?
Yeah.
Or like sometimes someone will say, no flash this guy. Then you all in, he flashes, I'm like, no flash, you say.
Yeah.
And now look, I'm griefing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
of course.
It can go both ways on that level.
That's why I like comms listenance, because it can give some insight into
It's like
that.
if you really understand why someone is doing what they're doing, and who has to do what to make the game winning, you would have a better judgment of like, oh, this guy picked this matchup and he was not winning lane. That's a problem, right?
Yeah.
Like when I saw, for example, Flyquest versus TL, Morgan was like kind of in-feeding in one of the games on Xante, right? He was like dying like 3 times in a row. But he was also like counterpicked by a flex pick, you know, Rumble jungle.
Yeah.
And he was playing Xante against Vayne, even CS. That's pretty good from a
Getting
ball
chain
perspective.
ganked, yeah.
Getting chain ganked, not dying to any ganks, making people flash on him. So I thought, he's playing kind of well, this guy.
Yeah.
But he was 0-3 at some point. And then I was like, I still think he played well this game.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not well, but like, you know, reasonable.
Yeah.
Given the game, what the game
circumstances.
gave him, right? The game gave him a shit match up top. And no one's helping him the whole game, you know, like, and you just hope bot wins, right? So it's like, it's a case-by-case basis always.
It's kind of the same probably to our Rumble game today. I think Dokla played really well in that game too. Like, that Rumble was so OP.
Yeah.
He was getting camped.
I thought he was smurfing that
He was
game.
getting camped, and he was there's solo. I mean, all the ganks that they did just let us have a free game. So like he was playing really well on Rumble, and some people might say that he didn't, but I feel like that game he just carried because he was just soaking pressure, and then everyone else was just free to play.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys like that, you know, the game is so team fight focused, you know, the just kind of like going more down that road? Because obviously, you know, the game really does generally come down to like a fight at soul or, you know, some sort of
Drakes are a bit too OP maybe. Like at some point before the grubs got buffed, sometimes junglers wouldn't even take all 3 because it makes a sound in the game. You know, you wouldn't even like, it wasn't even worth showing what you were on the map to take grubs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a problem, right? Like, if grubs are that useless. But before, they were so OP that the whole game was just like, binds around the grubs at, was it 6 minutes or whatever it was? And then again at 8 minutes or 10 minutes, I can't remember what it was. Like,
So it swung too far
it was
the other
back-to-back
way.
grub fights. And then if one team got 6 grubs, it was lost. They would one-shot your whole base, right? They would swap the whole game and one-shot your whole base with Tristana or
That's why
whatever.
I didn't like it because I
So
feel like if you're a better
it goes
laner,
both ways, you know?
if you're a better laner before, then how can you like win against someone that is better?
They have
at
like
lane?
80 gap at the grubs or support gap at the grubs.
Right now,
guess
it
we
feels like
lose.
you fall behind, but if enemy makes a mistake, you can win. It's
Yeah.
very stressful to play, like from ahead, because like you need to really keep focus. Like, don't do something weird. Don't waste your flashes for fun. It's stressful, but I think it's gives a lot of hope for the losing team to still come back.
I think it's exciting to watch, but it does seem stressful
It's
to
for
play,
sure way
knowing
exciting.
that it's like,
I don't know.
I mess up here,
I didn't really
it's
look
over.
at it, but surely there's way more comebacks now than it was in the past. Because right now it's actually the game is never lost until it's actually lost. It feels like.
It's like the inverse of the Scar quote. We're winning up until we lose the game.
I do think the quest was a good addition to the game.
Yeah.
Like the lane swap meta, where like
Lane swap meta
sometimes
was
you would
horrible to watch.
just blindly go top, and if it worked out for you, nice, free win. Or
If
like
they
you know,
matched you. Oh, I guess I can lane now.
I guess it's lost. I also think bounties are kind of OP, and sometimes they're a little skewed. Like you can like supports can like die in lane level 1, right, or something like a your classic level 1.
Yeah, and
fist
give no
fight to
gold
death.
after that.
And then next death, your team is down like only 500 gold, but the support death is worth like 100 gold, 150 gold, something maybe, right? You just die on purpose if you want to, and it doesn't matter for the game at all. Like just chunk the imaging ball, die in peace, and run top.
And then you have tempo. And then, like you just make a good play. 'cause you kill
like
someone else somewhere.
yeah. So I think like bounties and like reverse bounties or like dying one-on-ones in early game, it's like too forgiving, and like it counts like drakes in the bounty calculation.
Yeah.
So if one guy got like 2 kills early game and you have 2 drakes, that's a 1 gig bounty on his head. But the game is actually like kind of close, you know.
I mean, that's why the good devs got really buffed this season.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's how
like-
I felt playing against Flyquest in scrims, as I said. They were just dying while pressuring, and that's just a good dev. But can you pull it off on stage? Are you going to be like brave enough to pressure on stage, die, and then get lead somewhere else? Because right now really feels like if you pressure and you die and you can still pressure, it's just better than give up.
I mean, Flyball plays the same way, both in scrims and stage, which I think is respectable. I think the rest of the team is a bit different. Like mid and top are more relaxed on stage. I think Quad is very good in both. He's like very similar in both, so he's just like a balanced guy. Helps that team a lot, I think. But Ballin plays like giga aggressive at every level in every matchup in every single game. You know, scrims and stage, which I like. I dislike when it's all the way around, where you play only aggressive in scrims, and on stage you just
Terror hugging.
you just play like normal people do.
Yeah, the fly bot lane was annoying. Every time we play against them, Core was saying, "Is his jungle here?" I'm saying, "No, Core, he's in the wolves. He's not there." Just fight
I
him.
mean, it's like this a lot. Like you'll be winning 2-2, and then the guy's like walking at you. I'm like, does he know something I don't know? Like I don't know why he's walking at me, because if I hit him, I'll win. but he's walking at me. So he must be know something I don't, right? Like, there must be a reason that he's doing this, right? Like when I was playing a Flyquest in last, not the BO5, but the BO3.
Jungler can't
I
be
was
everywhere.
playing
That's what he knows.
Kokinami against him, and I was like, if I click on him, I win. If he clicks on me, I win. So he's walking at me. So TP check? No TP. Okay. Jungle check? He's on Krugs. I don't know. Are you sure about that? Like, it feels like kind of like,
Yeah.
sus a bit against these guys sometimes.
Yeah, it's interesting. I
And
mean,
on
But
midways.
that playstyle actually kind of works nowadays, I feel like. Because if you die, you don't lose that much, like as you did in the
Home
past.
guards-
Because you
home
can still
guards
get
and
the you
stuff
can
are
still
great
get the
too.
shutdown if enemy just
Yeah.
ints one time and then you're back.
In jungle, it's similar too. Sometimes you just die invading, then you die again because chain, and then you're 0-2, but you have tempo again, so you're kind of back, If you kill someone, so it's fine.
That's cool. Well, it should be a really fun weekend next weekend. I'm really excited for it. TL versus C9 is going to be on Saturday, and then Lion will be awaiting the winner of that on Sunday. Make sure to get your tickets if you haven't already. We will see you next weekend in Arizona for the LCS finals to find out who's going to be joining Lion at MSI. One of these two chaps will be flying off to play at MSI.
Gentlemen.
One of these fine gentlemen here. Thank you all for coming in and doing the show, and thank you, Sven. I know it's not easy after a tough series to
it's fine.
to do the
I don't
content.
mind.
I appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, well, great. We're
Kappa.
happy to have you. So we'll see you all next week.
Beast mode.